Okay, we have major fire in the hole, okay? Trump only cares about money. And the reason that, in my opinion, because I know, my name's Shelley, I know Narcissists so that you don't have to. I spent a lifetime at the, I understand Narcissists. Trump is an aging narcissist and he owes Putin so much money. If you go look and see what's happening with Putin in the war, that he is desperate for this war to end because he doesn't have any money. He's pulling people out of, airports and other countries to come and fight for him. People that aren't even Russian are surrendering in Ukraine because they have been forced into fighting for Putin. I don't know where he's even getting these people. But Trump signed a little deal while we're all busy just doing our Christmas shopping. I'm going to go ahead and be your political junkie. So follow, please do the bottom to the top on the buttons. I'm a little ADHD, so swipe down. I'm going to try to tell you this story fast. The EU just told Trumpy that if he goes ahead, because Trump pulled us out of NATO, basically, because Trump owes so much money to Putin. Like when we see that, like, you know, Junior's getting this money and whatever, and they started 2 years ago on the Gaza situation so that the Trump and Kushner family, Kushner started on it 2 years ago so that they could find another place where somebody's going to let them build some hotels because they know that nowhere in the United States is anybody going to stay in any Trump properties. Okay. His brand is going down like the freaking Hindenburg. So Trump signed a deal to say that he is going to side with Russia, that we're siding with Russia. But, you know, they didn't put that in the news. Nobody's out talking about that because they're also not giving us our money for the Affordable Care Act, which the government has. Because Trump has impounded all of the money. You know, like when they wanted to give emergency SNAP money and there was no money in the emergency thing? Just exactly like he sold all of our PPE to China right in February, like February 7th or February 9th, when he knew how bad things were going to be. He sold all of our PPE to China and then told us that Obama left the cupboards empty, which is bullshit. Well, the EU just said today that they are going to pull out all of their treasury bonds out of the United States. Treasury bonds are like IOUs, the best I understand. Somebody could probably explain it better, please do. But if they pull all of our treasury bonds out of the United States, and they're doing this to tell Trump, if you side with Putin, we are pulling all of the bonds out. He's not taking that fucking oil tanker so that you guys can have cheaper gas. Dipshits, it's not about cheaper gas. It's that Putin's running out of money. And he owes Putin money since the 1980s. Yes, he does. Because the reason that he even it wasn't that he just bankrupted his casinos. He went in and took, well, I already got an account strike for telling this story, but let's just say if you have to pay $300 million in non-disclosure agreements, he would go into his vaults and just pull out all the cash. And then what he did was he put all of his personal financial shit in his companies, never paid anybody. The dude's been skating on thin ice since day one. He's a disaster financially, because all narcissists are disasters financially. They never have money, and they get money from everyone else, and that's what he's done now. He's taken all of our tax money to pay back Putin. So Putin sees the writing on the wall. Putin sees that, you know, we're not putting up with this bullshit. Indiana just said, the fuck we will go back and redistrict anything. I mean, if Indiana won't redistrict, and if Missouri brought enough signatures so that they can't redistrict, it now has to go on the ballot. If Missouri and Indiana are fighting back, Putin is screaming at Donald Trump. You know how, like, Putin decided, like, okay, we need to get out of the war immediately, and we're going to keep all of our land that we have? Yeah, that's because Donnie John has owed Putin money since the 1980s, kids. Don, he could be looking like on paper that he has millions, which he doesn't. He is so in debt to all the oligarchs. That is nowhere to be found. And what do you think's going to happen if he doesn't pay them off? Well, I mean, Putin takes care of that. Putin has so much to release. Izzy has so much to release. But the EU just said that they're going to pull all their treasury bonds. And do you know what's going to happen to you when that happens? The United States will be completely bankrupt in a matter of minutes. We are floating by on loans from every other country. They're like, yeah, we'll give you some money. And here, we're going to hold treasury bonds. We're going to hold United States treasury bonds, if I understand it the right way. All I know is the EU just said, if the United States backs Putin, and Putin is all about Venezuela. So all this shit going on with, like, he's like, oh yeah, well, finders keepers, we're keeping that oil. That oil is for Vladdy bad. That oil is for money. But he won't give us Medicaid, Medicare, SNAP benefits. He has taken all of our tax money. Either we call every single solitary person that is in office, or we do what South Korea just did. They're going on a complete general strike. Now, I don't know how to tell you. They're like, I think within 6 hours, martial law, they like completely overturned their GOVT again, just now in South Korea, just now, today. Okay? Listen, we don't have any bad boys here in the United States. We have badass women here in the United States. So ladies, we are either going to ride it Dawn on our little bitty horses, and I can't go because I have a fucking blood clot in my leg, or else I would be out in the streets screaming. But Europe is threatening to pull all of their US Treasury bonds, which will bankrupt us, which will sink every single bank, every single job. You think you're gonna the thing is, we keep seeing people going, well, I can't say anything because I might lose my job. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I'm supposed to be over here being on my very best behavior so I can get a job. Guess what? There won't be any fucking jobs to have. There won't be any jobs. Because if we lose all of our money in this United States of America, kids, he's bankrupted every other country. Every other business he's had. All that oil money and the fact that he's actually telling people, well, gas is lower. No shit. Gas is lower. You know why? Because people can't even go we can barely make it to the grocery store. Supply and demand, crazy people. It's all supply and demand. People aren't going on road trips. Nobody's flying into the United States, and it's a winter mix. The gas always goes down when it gets cold outside. But what's your electric bill doing? What's your home oil bill doing? What are your grocery prices doing? What is going on with the people that still are slopping up the Kool-Aid? We've got these Maha women that don't realize they're putting PFAs all over all of our. He is selling. He's even sending he's even requesting donations from his email list. This is all money going to Putin. He has owed the Russians since he first went bankrupt in the United States, because that wasn't just his business that went bankrupt. He was personally bankrupt as well, 6 separate times. And narcissists think that everyone's money belongs to them. You know how we're like, if he really was a millionaire, he wouldn't be asking for money. He told his email list, and please check on your family and make sure they don't have it, that if they want a $2,000 check, they push this button. That gave him a $2,000 check. He has been stealing. He actually just let Steve Bannon off after Steve Bannon stole $200 million from the American people for the Stop the Steal. He is doing nothing but trying to pay back his debts on our dime. Get on the phone and you tell those congressmen and senators that they won't even have Medicaid. We are going to rescind every benefit. We're going to rescind every salary. They are not going to get Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's going to get 2 things, jack and squat. There will be no more money to them until we get paid for our taxes. In the meantime, go exempt. Call your congressmen. Call your senators now.